Breaking, yes, it don't bust for this area as a Biafra independence protests has gone international once more. Yes, my people, normally it don't go international. Yes, everybody knows about it, but once again, it has broken the bar on the international level. Yes, we'll be going directly into the details of this news. Don't forget, we are your one and only Exposed News TV. Yes, these are the details. Also, in response to escalating violence in the Biafra land, yes, in southeastern, he said the protests has erupted across major European cities with thousands of members of the Biafran diaspora demanding international intervention in the ongoing conflict. Yes, we have there have been noticed that there have been demonstrations in London, Berlin, Paris, and Brussels, with the independent people calling for the independent Biafra and condemning the zoo government for its handling of the crisis. Yes, we'll be talking about these specific places, make you go know, make you understand, say everything where they actually happen is something that is meant to be and not a joke. Okay, he says in London, Trafalgar Square, as one way or another, protesters and people that are Biafrans have come across and come around waving Biafran flags. They've held banners and said, "Free Biafra now and end the Nigerian occupation." Similar things were reported in other cities where members of the Biafran community and their allies chanted slogans and called for foreign governments and the United Nations to intervene, which PM Ekpa has been on the sidelines, have been in the apex too, making sure I'm poking around, making sure that these people come to a full-time understanding that there is no going back on this particular movement. The process comes on the heels of the Biafra Liberation Armies and the BNL's movement moving and stopping across the violence that has been taking place in the Biafra land. As zoo forces are in disarray, the diaspora believes that the time has come for the international community to step in full time. I believe they have stepped in some time ago and they have made a few comments, but now they are expected to make heavy comments, heavy comeback, and make effective, what do you call it? Effective impact in this particular time at this moment, because this time is the right time. Okay, he says here that we cannot sit idly while our brothers and sisters are being killed from one Ngozi. We there are said that stays in London. He said the world must recognize Biafra's right to self-determination and self-referendum and force the zoo government to stop its violence. International human rights groups have also raised concerns about the growing humanitarian crisis in the region, with tens of thousands displaced by the conflict and the zoo government's military response. As you all know that these people seek to do complete a genocide in the Biafra land, in the southeast region, and it is not something that is even being hidden on any ground. But then it is not what we'll be looking at whenever we decide to do the necessary things that we need to do. That is just the truth of the matter. We are going to succeed. We are going to make sure we do everything in our power to make everything work out. The United Nations has called for a ceasefire and a peaceful resolution, but thus far diplomatic efforts have failed to gain traction. As the conflict in Zoo intensifies, the Biafran Biafra's global presence is making waves on the international stage, putting additional pressure on both the Nigeria government and the foreign powers to address the situation before it spirals further out of control. Na so. Okay, my people, na so we go dey give am straight to una back to back. Take notes. That is what we are here for. On another note, it is always good to have it in mind that we are not slacking back on another level. The next thing you will be hearing would be things that concern the Biafra movement, coming from the PM Simon Ekpa. Listen and enjoy. Thank you.
I think that should have actually gives many of you some kind of sense of, articulating. If I have said from the beginning that I will not fight this more than 5 years and Biafra will come, you should know that I know exactly what I'm doing.
Wow. Wow. Honestly, we give Chukwu Kadama the glory, and you're just the man for the job. The new sheriff in town, and we can't settle for less. We are so happy.
God told me, pronounce it and I will make it a reality.
Wow. Honestly. Thank you, Adandem. Please, Mazi Success, just know that if you have you want to interrupt me, just go ahead at any given time. You are always welcome, sir.
There's no problem. Just go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, sir. All right, we move. Mazi Onyeka, please grab the mic and let's hear you.
Thank you for having me. All protocol duly and humbly observed. More jog. Agaba do. My question is this: today, I was engaged with some poorly informed Biafrans in a conversation regarding the convention, and one of them raised the question that only the international community have the right to declare Biafra. Say you are poorly informed. That our Biafran people have the right to give mandates to our prime minister to declare Biafra and wait for international community to recognize, countries to recognize. And we don't need much. So I want to be sure that my answer I gave him is correct. After the declaration of Biafra, which the Biafra people have given you the mandate to do so, after the declaration on December 2nd, how many countries we need for recognition before we can be a sovereign state? That is my question, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You answered correctly.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
But let me tell you, it is not about how many countries that you need. You can have all the countries in this world. Okay. You can be recognized by 20 countries and there are countries that when they say yes, others will not follow. And if they say no, even if you like, carry everybody along with you, you will never go anywhere. And that country is America. That is why it is very important that we educate the foreign policy makers and decision makers in the United States to understand that Biafra will be the solution to the instability that they have pumped billions of dollars for many years in the Sahel and beyond. So Biafra, we are presenting Biafra as a solution, which is exactly what it is. That's why we focus on educating them. Now, in the past, they will tell you that is nothing to show that you are actually, somebody is making noise. Can you stay muted, please?
Please, whose mic is open? Onyeka, mute your mic while you are listening to the PM, please.
In the past, all you do is noise, agitating, without a structure, agitating without a foundation, agitating just making us political pressure group. So nobody will take you serious. But they know that indeed Nigeria is not designed to provide the kind of solution that will put a stop to all the things going on in that region and beyond. So there is need for an alternative. But all the people that are bringing this alternative have not demonstrated the readiness to take that particular responsibility. So that's what we have done differently. So you need America. Once America goes, every other person follows. You will agree with me that during the Biafra civil and genocidal war, we have 4 to 5 country recognition. Did it give us independence? The answer is no. Did it make the United Nations recognize Biafra? The answer is no. But we have 4. And these 4 countries, or 5, are all members of the United Nations. It didn't give us the recognition. But had it been that America recognized Biafra, which they were actually about to, but because there were no foundation. When I mean foundation, I mean the kind of foundation that we have today, representation in the United States, a visible and good representation in the United States like we have it now. It does not exist. It didn't exist then. So there was no representation. But Nigeria is present in the US, so they know whatever that was going on, but Biafra doesn't have privilege to those information. So when America was turning its back on Nigeria, they begin to pressure the Biafra side to embrace peace and give up the fight. So it was actually a scam that Gowon did to Effiong, because Effiong did not know what America was thinking, because there was no representation. Today we have representation and we have voice, and in Washington, D.C. We have voice in the Congress, and that's exactly what we'll continue to educate them in the Congress to understand that that particular problem of 1960 has tripled, and there is a need to put a stop to it. Not only for the interest of Biafra, but for the interest of the United States and for the interest of the West, which will be in turn benefit Africa. So it is a win-win for everybody. How will you not abide and agree by that? So my brother, what we are doing in Finland is to generate this legal instrument, legal document. Like if you have been listening from the beginning, I was mentioning some of the international treaties, human rights treaties, the United Nations human rights treaties and convention that we are going to ratify and assent in Finland during the convention to be a backbone for this legal document, including the result of the self-referendum, including the declaration document, including the constitution of Biafra people, and many other things that will be adopted. This whole thing will form the legal backbone and the legal document for Biafra government to pursue the recognition from the top, from the United States Congress, United States Department, and we educate them until they understand that Biafra is the only solution. As that is happening, we'll continue the eviction of Nigeria in Biafra land. Nigeria can never survive me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Prime Minister Mogristo Ebos.
Thank you. That question that got our PM to respond, and the whole world is watching. Thank you. All right, please, those of you that are in the space as a speaker, you need to raise your hands. When we finish attending to the hands that are up, we will change the room with those that are waiting to come in. Rage and Fury, please grab the mic.
All right, thank you very much, my honorable minister. I hope I'm coming out loud and clear.
Go ahead, my.
All right, thank you very much. I will ask a brief question. First, let me greet my Prime Minister, His Excellency Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, for all the Biafran people. I am Anisoko and Urugu speaking Biafra, and I am proud of my Prime Minister. I am proud of my Biafra. And before I go forward, let me say, do you see this, my son, affection? After you have done what you do, do you see satisfaction on our faces? As you dey fight for us to be free, you don't think it's much, but to us it means the world. We wake up every morning and wish you were there. You don't have to lie to gain our trust. You will always have your people trust. We always love you, Simon Ekpa. Your every contribution makes our lives a little bit safer every day. You are the hero. You are the hero. Thank you very much, my Prime Minister. That is a song for my mentor, Lucky Dube. I just changed some of the weddings and I feel like I should do it for you. My question is very simple, sir. Like from the beginning, you made your submission and you told us about some of international treaties that we are going to assent to, and you made us understand that Nigeria even assented to some of these treaties. So my question is, when a country or a nation that is part of this that assented to these treaties break them, you see that the international community doesn't have the power to punish that nation because here in Nigeria, most of these treaties have been broken by Nigeria. And my second question is, how do you know that Donald Trump is going to be the next president? Because before campaign, we were the one that said Donald Trump is going to be the next, and we followed you. To my amazement, 2 days ago, Donald Trump is today a president. What is happening, sir? Because sometimes when you make some exposition, I'll be scared that say this our prime minister no go put us for trouble one day. You understand? At the end of the day, what you talk will come to pass. What is happening, sir? Thank you very much. I am Reject Siri from Isoko speaking, Biafra.
Thank you very much. As you know, I'm a very strong Christian. And I believe in God. So that is what we call divine mandate. When you are in a divine mandate, everything you do works for you. Even if they are against you, they will turn and work for you. And that's why I said, God told me, pronounce it and I shall bring it to reality. If you watch, that is not to say when I was a Nigerian, when I was in Nigeria, Nigeria is never something that God favors. You see all their nonsense pastors, they will be making nonsense predictions saying they are doing prophecy. They will tell you one thing, and if it mistakenly falls into that, they will be using it to share to their congregation. You see, I said it. Our own, consecutively, I talked about our prime minister in Finland. He became the prime minister. I supported him. I talked about our president in Finland. He became the president. I supported him. I told you the next is Trump. I supported Trump. I was one of the first person that endorsed Trump as far back as 2023. And it is on Google. It is on Wikipedia. If you go to the list of those that international politicians that endorsed Donald Trump, go to international politician. My name is there on the list as people that endorsed Donald. It is in the media. You can search and Google it. It's in news. Nigerian news reported it. Some international media reported it. My endorsement on Donald Trump. I believe that because I am on a divine mandate, so God direct me how and what to do and when to do it. Not like when you are in Nigeria, you are fighting a wrong fight. If you are predicting on behalf of Nigeria, you are in the wrong side. Every of your prediction will fail. So when you are in the right path, and in the right mandate, everything will fall into place. Now, just check it from the beginning till now. There is nothing I have said that I have not had, including the kissing of dust. of our enemies. They are falling one after the other. You may also understand that the one that I posted the picture a few days ago, the criminal Ejiofor have confirmed, is a native doctor to Ejiofor. He's the one doing all the juju for Ejiofor in Anambra. They call him Odanike. He was the commander of ESN. They recruited him immediately the same as Nnamdi Kanu. He become an Ebubago person, become AVG commander in Anambra, killing our people. Today, he is gone. Now, I tell you that many of them will go down before December 2nd. So what I'm trying to say, to answer your question, is that I am on a divine mandate. It is not just about Trump. Trump is a president. Trump is not going to single-handedly make decision on Biafra. That is why we started by educating the congressmen. That's why we started by educating them, and now we are moving to the United States Department of State to educate them on the importance of Biafra. So there is still a lot of work to do. But you know, the beginning of the work will even start more immediately after the December 2nd, because we need to have this legal document to be able to be ready ahead of what is to come. So a lot of work needs to be done, and we are doing that. So Donald Trump is just President Donald Trump. You know, is not he's not going to come out and say, okay, I give you Biafra. No, it requires procedures, processes, and many things need to be done, which we are doing very, very well. So that's why they will always tell you, follow who know road. Some people don't even know what it means. If you do not follow who know road, they will lead you to your, I don't know what it's called, but maybe you go inside the evil forest and you never come out again. We know road, and that's why we're leading Biafrans to freedom. So this foundation we have laid today, you can see where we are today. You can see for the past many decades of Biafra issue, nobody has ever in the public discussed with anybody in the Congress, except now that the Biafra government, under my leadership, we just started. And on the 2nd of December, which is just few weeks from now, you are going to see the caliber of people that will be in the Biafra Convention in Finland. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And that I think you have answered my second question, which I would have loved to ask that. Being that you were the first to endorse Donald Trump, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Holland and the de facto government in Homeland, being that you are the first to endorse Donald Trump, how does it affect? How does it contribute to our freedom? But I think you've answered that. And let me use the mic by saying, Simon Ekpa for my radio friend. Simon Ekpa Simon Ekpa for my no jano. Simon Ekpa for my Simon Ekpa for my roof for my Simon Ekpa for my. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Ayi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rage and Fury. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for your commitment and your service. Blessings. All right, as we move, I welcome our fellow media person in the Biafra government, our own Betty Ford. Mommy, grab the mic. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, my wonderful Prime Minister. I thank you. I love the way you started this program. In fact, I am very, very happy. Sorry, my people. I thank all of you for gathering and coming around whenever we are on the air. Thank you all so much. I appreciate all of you. My PM, I will call you this name. I don't care what people think. You are the Jesus of our time. And I thank you so much. I'm very proud and happy to be working under you. You have really thrown the light and it is shining. There's a question. Well, I won't call it a question, but it's just to make reference to it. On the X, I saw Nigerian government appeals to Donald Trump to distance himself from Simon Ekpa freedom agitation. Whether they said it or not, they don't know that America came by agitation and by fighting as well. Is there anything you can throw a light on that very comment, if at all it is true?
There is no comment on that. It is dead on arrival. So I know that they did that. They did that 1 month ago. So, but what am I going to comment on that? Donald Trump doesn't listen to Islamic terrorist sponsors like Nigeria.
Exactly. So my second question is just like a human being that I am.
And then also, let me also quickly say that I can never be Jesus. I'm not even close to the spit of Jesus. I'm not even close to the sweat of Jesus. So all glory goes to God and Jesus. Jesus is the one that is piloting this affair through me. I can never ever be equated to his even footstep. So please, just I know how you feel. But just to correct it, you can continue. Just leave this comment and continue, please. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, the next one that I have been wondering about is in relation to our lobbyists. I know that we
will not entertain any question about lobbyists. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Keep the light shining. We are with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, our own Betty. Thank you so much. Move. All right, the hands are up, and we're going to bring them. Please, 1 minute now. Going forward, 1 minute. Bring your question, and then the next person will take the microphone. And I give you the microphone, Simon Ekpa Pikin. You have 60 seconds, please. Go ahead.
Good evening, my people. I greet you. Once again, I want to thank my Honorable Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. At least I have learned a lot through him by knowing that Igbo can generate a lot of wise and intelligent people. I honor you, my PM. Then I want my PM to make a little reference concerning this after this convention in Finland, and we declared our freedom. Then I want him to give a little reference on how we are going to deal with Nigeria, or how international community is going to put their eye on how Nigeria is going to treat our leader Nnamdi Kanu.
I have addressed that. You just watch and see how it unfolds. If you're listening, you know that I have addressed all these questions you're asking here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I agree to this. The question I wanted to ask.
All right. Thank you very much. That has been taken care of. Thank you so very much. We move. All right, and it's good that was taken care of very quickly. Please, see Vibes. Unmute yourself and bring your question, please.
Okay. Good evening, my Prime Minister. Good evening, everyone on the space. I thank you all for this day. Okay, my question is just simple. What I want to ask is that how will Biafra handle issues of borders, citizenship, and governance after independence?
You wait, we have a constitution. Can you mute yourself, please? You're talking. There is a noise. So Biafra,
mute your mic.
Biafra have a constitution which will be adopted in the convention, and those constitutions have addressed the issue of border crossing, the issue of citizenship, and all that is well addressed in the Biafra constitution. So you don't have anything to worry about that. Just keep your fingers crossed. After the convention, the Biafra constitution will be public.
All right. See, Vibes, are you good with that? Do you have another question?
Okay, my second question is this. Am I loud and clear?
Bring it on, please.
Okay. Okay. What I want to ask is that how much support does the Biafra independent movement have from the people in the region?
You're asking how much support. When you have 40 states, when you have 40 United States of Biafra, have your map, have representative in all the 40 states. You're asking how much support you have. You have your support from all your family members alone. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm done.
Okay. Okay, thank you. How much support? Every seat at home, you see this, or the whole of Biafra is locked down. Our
No,
votes
he's talking
have
about
garnered
support
over.
he's talking about support where 50 million people have voted. How many people do you have in Nigeria?
Yeah.
I beg, just
How
make
much
somebody
support?
else coming.
Okay. All right, we move. Please go ahead and bring your question. Igbo, the progenitor of black. Please go ahead.
My Honorable Prime Minister, I greet every one of you in the house. My question is based on the immigrant treaty with the UN. Like we all know the situation the world are facing now based on the immigrants. How do we Biafra manage it in the situation whereby
Where are you calling? Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from South Africa.
Why are you worried about immigrants when you are immigrants in another man's land?
Yes, that is where I'm not worried. I'm just trying to emphasize one or two things.
What are you emphasizing? Because you are an immigrant in South Africa. So is if Mandela and co were emphasizing on immigrants, will you be there?
No, I will not be there.
So cut the question, please. You people should be asking something that is going to help, to explain certain things about the freedom, not about we are concerned about immigrant. Why you are there somewhere, somewhere's country, somebody else's country, and as an immigrant. If everybody was concerned about immigrant, you will not be there. So talk about something that will help. Talk about something that will help your freedom, not all this nonsense side talk about what will happen after your freedom. Talk about how you are going to get your freedom. Talk about the finance that is needed to get your freedom first. Talk about the guns and bullets you need to protect your women and children first. Protect your border. You are here asking questions about immigrants, and some of you are just asking questions that are not irrelevant.
Yeah, you should have waited. You see where I'm coming from.
No, because I know where you are going. If I allow you to say it now, you still mess up. Do you want to say it? Do you want to continue?